Hello! Alright, oh god, I'm gonna turn into a barrel immediately. Wow, you were really, like, on point with that one. Wow. That's like 2 for 2 on, like, the frame 1 barreling. Okay, well, now I can't do this stream because I don't have hands anymore. Well, that's gonna be a problem, mostly for everyone else, but also me. So, let's pretend that I actually have hands, even though I'm a barrel. So, this is the important thing to know. I'm gonna actually lower my volume on my end a little bit. And let's see, I haven't listened to this song in a while, so let's also drop this mixing. There we go. That should be a nice volume. Let me know if that sounds good. Maybe it was capiche. So hi, I'm a barrel, and these are my hands in real life. This is really cool. So I am actually doing like a semi, like, I don't know, real stream. This is like, whoa, hand reveal. But it's also summer, and so I'm gonna break immersion and take the gloves off because this is already uncomfortable. Ah, gosh. All right. So, the goal for today, I am going to do a little bit of crafting, mostly because I wanted to do this in general. I wanted to remake this thing, but also it gives me a chance to try some new stuff and really branch out. I'd like to try to do cooking streams especially, but for this point, I am trying to, in real life, cosplay the character Cynthia von Pokemon. And so I've already made this once, and I wasn't super happy with the outcome. So I'm going to be making this little neck piece here and trying to figure out how to, what it's actually called eventually. But for now, I'm going to call it the neck thingy. So here's what I've got. I've already cut my fabric. So this is black faux fur. This is what I used for the first iteration of this that came out pretty well. The only bummer is it sheds more than my dog. So this countertop is going to be covered in crap soon. This is my cool purple, I guess the term would be like an auto or like a self-recovering mat. So you already have little marks in it, but like you can cut on it and it's fine. I've got fabric measuring tape, or like whatever you call that. Hey, I got some Velcro, the trusty fabric shears that are for only fabric and nothing else, and the classic pin cushion with like the little strawberry. And you just have to sharpen your pins. You go like, haha. Got all the tools of the trade and set to go. Yeah, I'm very new to the whole like crafting and sewing thing, but this has really been fun. It's been really rewarding to work on. And then over here, you'll see it later, but I have my sewing machine and I have a big bag of polyfill that I'm going to be using. So the approach that I took for this, I guess my friend and I guess now VTuber daughter, Mel, did this actually, and they gave me this kind of key in of just like basically cut a rectangle and then fold it hot dog ways, and then basically put the two ends together. So that's kind of the loose idea of how I'm going to be making this. It's a very quick way of doing it. So the first thing I'm going to do in terms of my steps here, I'm going to be pinning this and then doing one quick long seam. Yep. So a hot dog is if you hold it long ways, and then hamburger would be like that. It's like, but first it's hot dog. Hot dog first. Pin it. Do one long seam around here. Hello, everybody. And then stuff it with polyfill, and then I'm going to cut strips of Velcro, and then just put Velcro on the ends. Initially, when Mel told me how to do this, yeah, that is the two genders, actually, hamburger and hot dog. Yeah, so when Mel told me how to do it, was teaching me how to do this, and by that I mean sent me a really helpful diagram. It was basically, you measure out the circumference of your head, and you just slide it on. But in this case, what I'm going to do, because if you look at the reference image, there are almost like no references for this character, unfortunately. And then across all the years of the games and the anime, it's wildly inconsistent, which is really frustrating. But it doesn't have the width of her head. It's like a big puffy collar that seems like it just kind of slides around her neck. So instead of trying to do like getting it the width of my head and then or the circumference of my head and sliding it on, I'm just going to use Velcro. So it's just going to be a quick 1-2 Velcro on both sides and then suture it back together. So it should be ideally pretty easy, but even though it sounds very simple, the one time I already went to go do this, I actually, well, after I stuck myself with a lot of pins, I broke my sewing machine once and then had to like take it apart and reset the bobbin and everything. It's great. I'm just, I'm made for this. I'm definitely a prodigy at sewing. So I am going to keep trying to learn and focus on the good things, like how this has actually already been a really rewarding hobby. I actually made a skirt for myself Yeah, it's like that's like the trademark of like learning a skill is you break everything while trying to do something that seems very simple. But I made a skirt for myself that I was actually like super proud of. Like it was actually really hard. I made a pretty basic gathered skirt, but I decided like because of the actual template I was using was so basic, I was like, obviously I'm the greatest in the world. I can just make this so much better, right? So I decided to add 2 layers of fabric. So there's like an inner layer and then like an outer layer. So it's got different patterns. I guess technically that makes it reversible. Actually, no, because I also put pockets in there. And that was a whole ordeal, was actually figuring out how the hell do you put pockets in a thing. So I took what should have been like I think the YouTube video I was using for the example was like make a skirt in 40 minutes. And I think it took me closer to like 6 hours between like cutting and then recutting and then measuring again. And then having to like find templates for pockets, cutting those out, and then finally getting everything together. Eventually I had to ask like, to get the actual skirt to gather because there was so much more fabric. I had to ask my partner and be like, Julie, can you come here and like do this? And she did. I think she pulled it through, got the elastic through the waistband, and saved the day. And I was like, feeling kind of bummed that I had like put all this work into this thing and then like hecked up at like the final step. Got 95% of the way there and then screwed up one thing. All right, so I've got all this. Everything seems pretty good to go. Let's get the one last bit here. I want to make sure I've got this. I want to leave some room for the seam. And I also want to make sure, like, this is also a spooky part here. So, like, if your sewing needle hits a pin, your needle can shatter. And as you can see, like, hey, do you see the pins in here? You probably don't see the pins in here. I don't see the pins in here. So basically I'm like trying to feel ahead of the seam to make sure that there's no pins in the way. But it seems like everything, let's see, it's lined up. Everything seems pretty solid here. All right. Get that last pin there. Okay. Is that lined up? Yeah, that's fine. So I've got 1, 2, there's 3, 4, and 5 pins. Yeah, this will be fine. The only thing is, as I keep coming back to, holy shit, this thing sheds. Like, I know, like, even when a friend of mine who's more experienced with cosplaying and sewing and stuff, I said, like, yeah, I got, like, 2 yards of black faux fur, and they were like, wow, it's gonna shed more than your dog's, and they were right. Because every time I cut this, every time I measure it out, every time I take out the material, there's just, like, a pile of fur underneath it. I guess that's just, like, the life? I don't know if I'm ready to be about that life personally. So all right, move Velcro aside, move this over. It's time to get dangerous. So I'm gonna take my measuring caboodle out of the plate for a second, and bring up. Oh god! Fuck. Yeah, it is just like real fur. So let's see. This is cool. So I set this up so I can use my phone as a camera, and I'm surprised at how good it looks for just like using a free app and all that. So this is my sewing machine. I've got faux fur I think is just like, I don't know what it is. I think it's probably like a plastic derivative or something. It's fluffy though. Like it feels like a plushie. So yeah, this is my little basic sewing machine. You can tell because it's the Singer Start. Start, like it's the most beginner of beginner machines, but I've managed to hack things up quite a bit. So the first things I want to check here, well, one, is it plugged in? The answer is no. Oh, wait, no, it is. Wait, no, it just came on, and then it went off. Oh, I bet the plug is loose. That's a bummer. All right, I gotta go disappear under here for a second. Ignore me if you see me. Whoop. Oh, come on, you were just working. You were, like, just working. You can't do this to me. What the fuck? Wow, like crafting stream blow up. Like streaming is a blow up. Like I tested everything. I had all my stuff set up. I got my camera. I got everything worked out. I cleared out my desk, and then I go to plug in the sewing machine, and it doesn't fucking work. Man, love streaming. It's the best. Let's see. All right. So this is not working. Time to troubleshoot this. What could possibly be the problem? Hi, Julie. All right. All right. I will look forward to it. Let's see. So that works. Okay. That's fine. Maybe... Maybe now? No. What if I tested in an outlet that I know works? Man! Yep. Of course there's problems. Yeah, my sewing machine isn't working. Let's see, what can I remove from an outlet and not worry about? Well, this is the cool part. I get to play outlet Russian roulette and see if what I unplug turns off my computer.
Would you like assistance at any
time? I don't know what you could do for me.
Provide moral support?
Do we have a big extension cord?
What are you...
I need to plug it in.
You need to plug it in.
Yeah, I just need to plug it in.
Okay. Do you not have an outlet?
Well, I do have one outlet down here.
Okay.
But it's not working.
It's the one, it's that top one.
Yeah, it's the top one.
I see. Well, if I got you a powered strip, I would only be able to plug it into the top one.
Or we could do the forbidden technology.
The forbidden technology?
And we could just thread a bunch of these together.
No.
No, we'll just connect a bunch of power strips. It'll be fine.
Not gonna set our house on fire for the stream.
I wouldn't set our house on fire for the stream. It'd be funny if I did. It'd be really funny if I set my house on fire. I don't know. It's just like, it's not, it turned on for a second there. Now, Hazel unfortunately hasn't come downstairs yet. She probably will in a second.
I'm gonna start.
Yeah, I will get Hazel down here later. We've got a bully stick.
Thank you.
That'd be cool if you could. Well, I tried to figure this out.
Hazel will be the technical difficulty.
Alright, yeah, alright. Pay no attention to the broken sewing machine. Enjoy this dog. Alright, let's see. Yeah, give it 1 second. Julie's running upstairs to get the bully stick. I'm gonna bribe her to be on here. So it's like, look, I think people should be paid for their labor very strongly. So I'm gonna give Hazel a bully stick, and that will be her payment for however long she decides to hang out. Oh, cool, I can already hear her. Alright, so what can I do to test this? Probably the best thing to do is to take this and try it in a different outlet that I know works. Alright, I'm gonna go try that across the room. It is definitely the outlet, but this is important.
I had to sneak this past.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, she could help.
Aww. Hazel, I need you to move a little bit.
How did you do this to her?
I needed her to move!
You take the bully stick?
Yes, I took the bully stick. It was important. Now everyone gets to enjoy Hazel while she munch. Look at this beautiful creature. She's raised so much money for charity. Alright, so it's definitely the outlet. So I'm thinking, what can I unplug that's gonna not break everything? Man, that sucks.
What if, you know, I have to do
Look at this beautiful creature. Look, this is the real content that people come here for. Look at her. She's so talented. She just munch. God, I wish I could just do a good munch. And it's not even counting, like, she ate like half a watermelon today too. There is. There's several of them.
That is only about 6 feet.
Okay, so it's only 6 feet long.
I think there's one over with the piano and the guitar.
Oh, there is. That's right. I think so. Or is there a way to get this? Is this long enough to get over? Oh,
Over there.
nope, it's not.
No, it's not about it.
You know, what a good launcher, right? All right, 1 second here. I should be able to get this over. Pardon the me. Whoop.
Here, let me provide some cable
Yeah,
management.
if you can provide some cable management, that would be appreciated.
Okay.
Trying to not burn the house down. Knocked them over regardless. Good.
Nothing has been knocked over.
Yay!
Now
It's
this
fixed.
is the moment of truth.
Thank you.
Of course. Is it on? Oh, it's on.
Yeah, it's on. Ah.
You know, get us a pastries.
All right, thank you. Blah. Ah, there we go. Okay, finally. You know, honestly, I think y'all just want to watch. You could just sit here and watch Hazel munch while I just sit here and sew. How cool would that be? Right, Hazel? Look at her. Look at her. What a just glorious creature. What a glorious creature. But anyway, whoop. I have work to do. So, back to the regularly scheduled program. Thankfully, we had like a 6-foot extension cord, so I was able to run the power cable here. So I have this whole basically the situation is I have 2 outlets down there. One is a power strip that has everything connected, my monitors and my computer and everything. So I thought like, oh, well, the other outlet is open, right? It's fine. And then I plugged the sewing machine into it and it immediately did not work. So I had to improvise, and thankfully we figured it out. Yeah, success. So now this is my basic sewing machine. This is the Singer Start. It's about the as basic as it can get. So I've got all the cool stuff, like it's got thread. Can you believe that? It's got thread, and everything's already been wound and all that. It's like, which is basically, I'm gonna go ahead and say that winding a sewing machine and getting everything set to go is basically an arcane art. You've got everything has to like run through here. You've got to get everything threaded and good to go. And then you've got, of course, the wonder of the bobbin, which is like stored underneath here. And so you have these 2 little threads, and that's how you know you are good to sew. So I've got the pressure foot up here. Yeah, it's multi-track threading, basically. So I've got the pressure foot set up. I've got my... So I'm gonna actually just like go ahead and move the pin a little bit lower so I don't even have a risk of doing this. And I'm also gonna put on my safety sunglasses, my little like $2 red sunglasses that I'm now going to wear indoors because I am extremely cool. And if I break the needle, I don't want it to go in my eye. And you can tell that now my computer can't track my eyes anymore. Oh God. No, Ricky, no, you can't do that. That's lewd. You're doing the lewd thing. Yeah, we are trying to cosplay craft. Well, okay, you saved the stream by turning me into a barrel. Thank God. Thank you for this. Thank you for this gift. It's definitely an expression that I hope I never repeat intentionally. So let's see. I think I've got this lined up. The other thing is like because of the fur, it's really hard to see where the thread actually or where the needle actually is. And like, is it just hitting fur? Is it actually hitting wherever it's actually lined up? And then is it actually still going in a straight line? It's much more difficult than sewing other fabrics, I've found. Okay, so I have this set to just like a very simple straight thing, like a very simple straight line. So that should be about as easy as it can get, and we're going to go real slow and see if we can do this without hitting a needle. We are already having problems. So, while I'm trying to get this through, one of the other problems is that the fur can get stuck in there and stuck in like the bottom. So it's like I kind of have to pull it through, and we're all like already having issues. You can probably even hear it. So immediately we have a problem where it looks like something happened with the bobbin. Yeah, it's stuck. Ah. This is the pain. The pain that I live with trying to sew faux fur. It's a good thing I love this character, because if I didn't, I would be so frustrated. So, cool things happened. The bobbin came out. So oh my god. What the fuck happened out here? It looks like an absolute disaster. There's just like a huge mass of thread. Let's see, just snip that and see if we can... Yeah, this is all just like bunched up in there. It's definitely gonna gunk up my machine. All right, round 2. I love sewing. It is very fun, actually. I've been enjoying myself learning this, but like, my god, are things fussy sometimes. Thankfully, after I do this, the only faux fur that I have to do is... Oh no, there's actually a lot that I have to do. Oh no. I have once I make the coat, I have the entire trim of it that I'm gonna have to do. The entire trim and the little like fuzzy sleeves. So now I need to rethread this because it unfortunately came loose. Yeah, the sleeves and like the trim of it, but like that's still like realistically not that much, but it's like, it's definitely I think the phrase that people use is pain pecco. It's definitely a big old pain pecco, as they say. Now, can I get this on my first try? Fuck yes, I did. My eagle eyes. I have threaded my needle immediately because I am so smart and so good and so talented. And hopefully that will also translate to getting the bobbin in immediately. And so the bobbin is this fun little thing. You wind your thread around the tiny spool, so you have thread coming in from the top and you have thread coming in from the bottom. You basically put it in your little machine here. It fits right there. It's really snug. And then you get it all to actually like latch in there. And then if you're like me, you also break the thread because you're very smart. Whoop! And then you drop it. I am extremely good at this. I'm actually having a lot of fun. Sewing has actually been like just really enjoyable. It's really cool to be able to like make things for yourself and then see them come together. All right, so I've got my bobbin set up. So it's not clicking. It's supposed to just click right into place. I'm gonna let it come out again. Rewind it a little bit. Rewinding. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. There we go. There's the click. Oh yeah. All right. And click that back in the machine. Cool. Grab my little dial. Send this down. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Come on. Come on. Come on. I know you can do it. Pull up the little loop. Yes! All right. Hell yeah. All right, bobbin is threaded again. Now I've got my 2 threads. And it seems like everything is good. I'm going to take these. I'm going to tuck them underneath here. So where are we at now with this? basically nowhere. It didn't even go through the fabric at all. Oh, it did. There's a big knot of fibers, so you can kind of see here. None of this is fur. This is all of, instead of actually going through and moving, it just kept making a big knot of fabric right there at the end. Isn't that great? I love sewing. Well, at least now I don't need the thingamagoober. I wonder if I should try to sew this without the pressure foot. Because I feel like the pressure foot is kind of causing some problems, but also it keeps everything straight. So the cool thing about modern machines that I never knew is that they just feed themselves. They have little grooves underneath the pressure foot. So the pressure foot keeps the fabric right there, and then it has little grooves that grip the fabric, and then after each thing kind of shimmy it forward. So it's kind of fun. It's like a lot of it is like, I used to think that, oh, you have to like really quickly like push the fabric through. No, you just like kind of let it go. The fabric will go in. It's like riding a bike. It will go straight. You just kind of have to trust that the machine knows what it's doing. All right. Well, round 2, I guess. I don't think it would help sewing in the opposite direction, because they're like this now. That actually is the grain. Let's try it. I mean, what could possibly go wrong? That actually seems extremely smart. Thank you. That's big brain. See, this is the real reason that you stream your crafts, because people will give you cool advice, and you're like, wow, that's really smart, and I totally wouldn't have thought of that myself. All right, so I'm going to take this now, take my 2 end pieces, align them. Yeah, like, absolutely, you have an emote on deck for it. Oh, that's the nextest level. All right, press her foot down. Let's give it a go. Let's see what happens. All right, come on. Ah, shit, it's going. Hot damn. Progress. How about that? Don't you love progress? I love progress. I just have to be very careful and take the pressure foot up periodically. Because otherwise it gets... I did not say progress, but I should have. Let's see. Yeah, this is like going actually really well so far. I'm gonna direct it a little bit over. Okay. Where's the next pin? Let's fit. Okay, it's actually pretty far down there. So I'm gonna just kind of let it rock a little bit and kind of steer it over. Yeah. All right, let's take out this pin so I don't shatter it and get metal in my eye. This the first time I tried to stream in like forever with a face cam, face-ish cam, hand cam. All right, second to last pin. Okay. All right, and now press the lever. And do a couple stitches backwards to get a little bit of a back stitch, and then pull it out. That's smart too. Why are you so full of smart ideas? Just absolutely gigantic brain over here. All right, let me get my hat and everything back on. There we go. All right. So like that worked. Kind of. Actually, no, it's better than kind of. I actually like, it's not the cleanest. Like there's a little bit of a gap here in the fabric, but honestly, like this is pretty well done. And then you've got holes here to stuff polyfill. So I get to now stuff this after I brush off my sewing machine that is now covered in hair, because faux fur is the devil and gets onto everything. But that's all good for now. So I'm going to turn off my machine. Whoop. And drop it down for a second. So the only thing, so now the next things to do are to measure and cut. Well, one, this huge wad of fabric that's right here. I got a huge spare thread here. So let's give that a little quick trim. Done. All right, sick. So this is going to be the core of the muffler. I think the muffler, like maybe that's the term for it. Then I'm going to stuff it. And then I think what I want to do is put Velcro on and sew one end, then stuff it from the other end. And then once I have it stuffed to like a fluffiness that I like, maybe from that point, I'm just going to change the song a bit. All right, there we go. I'm just putting on the Valhalla soundtrack. So what I'm going to do, sew this end with Velcro. Stuff it from the other end. And then get a good measurement. What happened to my face? My face is right here. Okay, there we go. Thank you, VTube Studio. Get that together, and then I think then stuff it, and then I can measure it from the one end once it's filled, and then just mark where I want the other Velcro to be. And then I can just get my fabric cutter and just be like, all right, this is the right length, and then just with my cool rotary cutter that makes me feel like I'm in the X-Men. So the first thing to do, I guess, is going to be just measuring and cutting Velcro. So looks like to get the width that I want, I just need to measure like to here. Oh no. Yeah. That's fine. Look, it's guesstimating. My dad used to always tell me measure twice and cut once, but he's not here right now. So that's one part of the Velcro done. So now that that's taken care of, the only thing to really do is get this sewed onto the end, and then that's gonna basically finish this up. I'm gonna trim the end here. It's a little bit long. Oh, wait till it's actually on there and then trim it and see what it actually looks like. Yeah, like from here to here, give it a quick sew along one edge and then along the other edge, and then that's going to be one half of the Velcro done. Stuff it and then do the other half of the Velcro, and that should be it. Hopefully. If history repeats itself, though, something is going to break, and it's going to be funny for everyone but me. Oh god, oh god, oh god. It turns out that the thing is the camera. I haven't had to think about cameras in so long. You don't realize it until you have to be like on a Zoom call for work, and you're like, when I'm streaming, I never think about what I look like or anything. VTube Studio takes care of all that. And I'm like, well, what if I did like a hand cam stream? And it's like, shit, not gonna think about like, I did like the worst thing. No one knows what to do with their hands anymore in the post-COVID world. So like now I'm just doing like a stream of like the most vulnerable part. I don't know what to do with these things. What do I do? What are these even for anymore? I don't even show my VTubers' hands. I guess like I can hold water. I guess I could make shadow puppets. Kind of. No, not really. Wait. Oh, wait. Yes. Wait. Gotta orient it. Wait. No. Yeah. Okay. That's left, right. Okay. I can do Dino Rex with shadow puppets. I'm convinced that evolutionarily, we have never known what to do with our hands. Okay, and this is important. Wait. This is the Valhalla soundtrack. It's a fun little chill out mix. Okay. All right, this is Dino Rex. This is like #1 Dino Rex stream with shadow puppets. Oh wait, this is the Dino Rex neutral. I need to sit down and actually get a channel point reward of just the Packy scream. VR platforms might help with hands. I just like, it's one thing that it's just kind of like I'm very aware of now when I'm on camera and stuff, where I'm just like, I haven't really. I guess that makes sense. I haven't really interacted with people. Like, a lot of my social interaction comes via Twitch and like streaming and content stuff. A lot of which is, surprisingly, through the character. So I don't really think about my hands. I don't think about anything. And then like I go to, now that I'm going into the office once a week, I'm just like, I don't know what to do with people. Like, what do I do with these things? Like, oh man. And of course, like everyone's super awkward, which makes it worse because it doesn't make it like having two awkward people doesn't make it unawkward. It's like it's not like negative numbers where if you multiply them together, you get a positive. And it's just like, oh no, none of us know how to interact anymore. And it just makes it worse for everyone. Ah. All right, so seam is done. Let's get this Velcro on here. Whoop! And to bring back the sewing machine. The machine of sewing. Oh no! Oh god! Is it heavy? Okay. Ooh. And we're back. You know, stock in I should make the La Sierva redeem more expensive now. Now that Neko Arc is in Type Lumina, like stock on that's going up right there. That value without redeem's got to increase too. You know, free market economics and stuff is what I would say if I was a bad person. All right, so I've got this. I've got this lined up more or less. Emphasis on the more or less. I'm gonna. Where's my cushion? There's my cushion. Let's give this a quick pin. At least like for one side of it. That will make my life much easier. Yeah, I think we need to nationalize La Sierva. Okay. Okay, this is the part of the stream where I almost put this through my I almost just put a pin through my hand. I mean, yeah, we're done. I mean, look, show's over. Neko Arc is now a streamer. Like, Neko Arc is an official VTuber? Like, what did you think was going to happen? It was bad enough when Gold Ship was around. But, like, it's over. Game's over. Like, if you're in here to, like, try to be popular, it's done. It's done. Just give up. I'm sorry. Dream is dead. No one is going to compete with Neko Arc. God, it's not even Lumi Arc. If it was Lumi Arc, it'd be like even more over. All right, I just need to get like, if I can get one of these through, just one pin. Okay, thank God. I finally got a pin through this Velcro. So fun point, this is how I already broke a needle, was trying to sew through the Velcro. It just was a very tough material, and I didn't even have to hit a pin. It was just like enough tension and enough and everything that it just, my poor old sewing needle just kind of shattered. That was not cool. You hear a very loud thunk and you're like, damn, ow. I hope that's not in my body right now. All right, they should have a counter for the number of times I pricked myself. That's one. Yeah, she looks like fun. Like, the thing is, I'm it's actually kind of a funny thing that like they brought in Echo Arc, and I saw a bunch of people moaning about it, but like she's free DLC, and like it's cool that this game is still getting support and has a second season planned. And like I imagine that some characters like Satsuki and stuff are gonna just end up being held off until the Far Side routes come out. Like, why would they put in Nero or like Professor Arak or whatever, or Zion? Yeah, it's free support. Like, that's cool. It's getting a crazy amount. Like, what is it? 8 free characters? That's pretty sick. I actually no. I can buy thicker needles, but I don't have them because they did not come with my machine, and I have not thought to go to Joann's in a bit. So I'm gonna give this a go. All right, everything's set. We've got the 2 threads on the back end here. I mean, it'd be pretty cool. I mean, I would like to see her. I know some people were bummed when they saw MASH, and they're like, okay, well, that means roast beef isn't going to get in. Not necessarily. Also, like, the premise of, like, so what I had to remind myself, like, why is MASH in this game? Is that French Bread initially approached Type Moon, and they were like, we want to make a Fate fighting game. And Type Moon said no. But you can make a Tsukihime fighting game because we have the remake coming out, and that's why it's another Melty Blood. And they are at the point when they came out, they already had like design documents and Saber was put together. So, I mean, they kind of wanted to make a Fate fighting game. I'm not super surprised that MASH is in. Yeah. Also, like, you definitely can have 2 characters with shields. And MASH already looks kind of cool. And it's like actually a very interesting character. So I'm glad that she's actually like showing up and stuff. I'm the big MASH defender. The MASH enthusiast has logged on. Not to mention that aren't we finally getting an English translation of Witch in the Holy Night? The Ayoko visual novel? Like that translation is finally coming. Like I'm super hyped for that actually. Like MASH is cute. I think one of the bits that's actually like it's a good problem to have in terms of like the Type Moon library is that really they have a lot of cool characters to pull from. Like no matter who they put in, you're like, oh man, you know, if only they had put in X or Y or Z. No matter what, there's so many more cool characters they can put in, especially if they're pulling in from Fate. Like if they want to put like I mean, what we want to put Da Vinci in? You want to put in trans femme icon like Leonardo da Vinci? Like, I would be totally down. I love Da Vinci. Like, put in Da Vinci, you have, I mean, if they want to put in, I mean, heck. You want to put Ryogi in there? Ryogi was in the original, like, is in current code. Put Toka in there. Like, there's so much you can pull from that library. And that's a good problem to have. So if they're showing that, like, they're willing to, like, dip and pull, like, MASH and Saber and stuff into the game, and they want to make those characters available for free, I mean, hell yeah, just go off. I think the game is still like, I don't have as much time to play it, or like any fighting games lately, but you know what? I still think Type Lumina is really fun to watch. I'm actually, like, it's one of the top 8s I have like on my calendar for EVO. Yeah, put Quetzalcoatl in the game. God, if there was a Fate fighting game, that'd be so sick. You just make Quetzalcoatl the fight like a grappler. Look, we need muscle lady luchador Aztec goddess Quetzalcoatl to be the grappler of the game. Put in Jaguar Man as a joke character. Alright. Alright, enough stalling. Have at you. It's time to go. Time to go beyond the time. This is so nerve-wracking always. Oh god. Okay. Okay. Alright. Time to put on the sunglasses of protection that make my VTuber make a bad expression. And now so backwards for backstitch. Look! Hey, look! I'm actually a big taiga enthusiast. I'm not even joking. I think taiga's a lot of fun. Low-key, not even really low-key, one of my favorite characters in Fate. If you can't tell it, if you haven't figured it out by now, it's like, it's usually a safe bet that if there is a teacher character in a series, I probably like the teacher character at least a little bit. It's like the safest bet you can possibly make. I mean, go ahead, just name a series that has a teacher character. Let's see, alright. Azumanga Daioh. Like the teachers. Keion. Like, basically every Kyoani show, the teacher is probably my favorite character. Yeah, Taiga's, isn't she Shiro? Yeah, she's Shiro's homeroom teacher. Obviously Taiga. Let's see. I don't think Tsukihime has a teacher. Wait, they do now, Noel! Noel in Tsukihime Remake? Terrible character, but she do be a teacher. I would love it. What are the pastries?
Probably something else.
I might save it for breakfast tomorrow. Yeah.
I'm gonna
All right, enjoy your pastry.
This also got pastries and might provide for a pastry exchange and food from
All right.
you know, a pastry exchange.
That's very normal that you're having a pastry exchange. Ah. I mean, yeah, Noelle being a terrible person is an upside for me. Because she's not just terrible, she's despicable in a very relatable and human way. And that's like, she's basically a Bloodborne NPC. Oh my god, she actually is a Bloodborne NPC. Like, her entire arc of, like, becoming a vampire and everything, like, being so despicable and so pathetic, but deeply human, and you can understand how she got where she is. That's some FromSoft shit right there. I can't believe that Noelle von Meltyblood, actually a secret Bloodborne NPC. Noelle is from the Tsukihime remake. She is another executioner and is sent to the town where she uses her wiles to basically, she's Shiki's homeroom teacher, right? Yeah, and basically bad things happen to her, but she's a 27-year-old teacher, and it's great because she's like deeply pathetic and like hasn't emotionally matured past the age of 14. Man, Noelle is so, like, if you're ever, like, every part of that character's design is just like really well comprehensively thought out. Like how she can't actually lift her own weapon. She has to use, like, holy rites to make it lighter because she's not strong enough to actually pick it up. Just, like, a despicable character all the way through. Just love that for her. I'm being, like, a little bit ironic. I don't, like... I'm being, like, yeah, a little bit facetious, but I actually do like her character a lot. I'm actually, like, once it drops in English, I'm excited to read it. But all the summaries and everything I've read, like, if you get, like, I have a soft spot for characters that are very, very human in their flaws. Like, they're flawed, but in a comprehensible way. And I think Noelle kind of is. Like, you can understand why she makes the decisions she does. They're bad decisions. Oh, excuse me. They're bad decisions, and she's a bad person. A bad and selfish person, but you can kind of get where she's coming from. Alright, let's see if this will work. Please don't break. Can't see my seam with all the... fur, and it's... Oh, it's getting stuck too. Oh, that's bad. Ah, shit! It's done for art. Oh shit, then I gotta wait for Seal's route then. Because I think Seal's route is the one that has, like, Noelle being, like, a very bad person. Hmm. Yeah, it's definitely stuck. Bummer. This is what happens when like all the faux fur gets involved. Yeah, it's definitely just like caught in the fur. Oh man, what happened down here? Oh, time to open up the door again and see how bad it is. I don't think it's that bad actually. No, it's actually like fine. It's just like stuck. Okay. Lift the pressure foot up even more. How is this stuck? Faux fur is the devil. I'm just gonna make that proclamation. Ah. Garchomp would never. Gibble might. Okay, alright, it's coming. Okay, finally. Oh god. Oh, that's a mess. That's very unfortunately. I'm very curious what will happen in the far sides, because it seems like they're like very willing to make big departures. Like it's definitely it's almost part remake, part just complete reimagining. And so I'm interested to see what they're gonna do with some of these characters, because like, what are you gonna do with maids, for example? What are you gonna do with Akia? And also, like, the rumored Sachin route. Like, apparently isn't that supposed to finally be a thing? After, like, however many years, it's finally gonna happen? Actually, I guess it's not even really a hot take, but I think the maids are the best part of the original VN. I think Kohaku and Hisui's routes are definitely, like, my two favorite parts. Which is surprising, because if I remember correctly, they were not really supposed to even... They were, like, very late additions. And they weren't even sure, like, if they were going to include them, but they put them in, and I'm glad they did, because they ended up being the best part of the whole book. Novel, VN. Yeah, I found arcs to be kind of... I'll be honest, I thought arcs route was boring. But I think it was mostly because I had watched the old... Like, not even Studio Dean. Who did the old anime? There's that old Tsukahime anime that maybe some of you have the misfortune of being aware of. I know, it's like the old meme is it doesn't exist. It's not that bad. It has Arcade playing basketball. It has Arcade being ballin', so like, it can't be that bad, right? The princess of the true ancestors will never be ballin'. Yeah. She, like, goes to Shiki's school, right? I think that's what happens. Like, she visits Shiki's school and ends up... Yeah, she ends up playing basketball. Yeah, my first exposure to anything Type Moon was the Studio Dean anime of Fate Stay Night. Yeah, that was my absolute first exposure. And I still thought that it was, like, the coolest thing ever. I was geeking about it for such a long time, like, back in high school. I was like, this is, like, the sickest concept ever! And then the VN was finally translated by Beastslayer, and when I read it, I was like, wow, this is so much better than that anime? Where they tried to, like, sandwich 3 completely distinct routes into, like, one story, and it just doesn't work. On any level, at all. Carnival Phantasm is so good. It's kind of goofy that, like, I think my favorite... At this point, my favorite Type Moon properties are probably Carnival Phantasm and Today's Menu for the Emiya family. Ah, thank you, Judgment Sight. Thank you. Yeah, I think, like, my favorite bits of Fate, like, Fate and Tsukihime and everything, are now just all the goofy spin-offs, because they're so funny. You have to read like a 40-hour visual novel to understand all the in-jokes, but like if you get them, they hit and they land pretty freaking well. The Barzarkar is very good. The Berserkar. Get it? It's just it's Berserker, but a car. All right, so let's. Yeah, Rin fumbling with the DVD player is very good. The Holy Grail giving does it give Shiro or Shinji the knife? Like that bit is really good. Yeah, the episode where Berserker goes to help Ilya out is really good. And then like today's menu for the Emiya family is just excellent all around. Oh, yeah, Shinji the Hero Maker. Like all the episodes about like Lancer having bad luck. What was the one? The last episode where they had like the Christmas party and like Ryder has to like drive them through a mountain range and the like pulls a wheelie in in the Jeep. Honestly, that's why I like today's menu for the Emiya family so much, is that all of these characters are so tragic, and seeing them get a chance to have like just a chill day where they get to like eat sandwiches is some pretty good dopamine, because I like the characters, I just want them to be happy. Yeah, even like yeah, the bits in Hollow Ataraxia where they just get to like be chill is really nice. Which OG servant is the waifu? Media. Like, not even a contest Media. Fate Zero Caster is my, like, she's actually, what, like, max bond, 10, 10, 10, and, like, max level on my Fate Go account. And she's, like, the free slot where everyone puts, like, their favorite servant. Yeah. I put Media there. She's actually a couple of my stream alerts. They don't come up a lot. I think I might have changed those ones, but I had some of the Carnival Phantasm Media gifts were some of my stream alerts for a while. She's so good. Like, I just like her a lot. I think she's a very fun character. She's a very tragic character. She hits the same spot as Noel, as like, this is a character that is, pretty despicable, but you can understand, like, they went through some shit, and that's how they got here. And all the bits that Media has in Fate Go have definitely made me feel things. Like the, if you've ever played, here, I'll spare you having to play Fate Grand Order. In Fate Go, let me take this down. Media has a segment. I'm now working through here. So I now have Velcro on this side. I'm going to stuff this with polyfill, and then that's going to be the backbone of making this very fluffy, like our reference image. So like initially what I was going to do was just leave it like this, and it was going to be like a flat snake. But if you look at it, I mean, there's definitely some fluff here. So I'm going to stuff it with polyfill and then seal the other side with the Velcro. Whoop! Polyfill! It's fluff! Yeah, I mean, it's the thing. It's like you're cheering for her. There's a one bit in, is it the Ataraxia anime where the Media Lily shows up for a second? And I felt very bad because every time I see that character, the whole Okano story is really, really sad. And it's like whenever you look at anything with Media, and even some of her, like, her that's was actually the main point I was trying to make. A lot of her story, it's like if you get, because you level up the servants' bonds, you get side stories with them. All of Media's side stories mostly deal with how much she regrets having allowed Jason to take advantage of her. So one of them is that she comes up to the main character and she's like, I need help with something. And the main character is like, huh, that's weird. You never ask for help. And what turns out is that she created a magic dollhouse of sentient dolls that she was using to basically play out her life as if she had never stolen the golden fleece for Jason. And it's had like gotten out of hand and needs you to help shut it down. But it's really, really sad. And it's played out as kind of a joke, but she's embarrassed at the end. And she's just like, look, this is not the person that I ever wanted to be. And then later on in Salem, there's a scene where the characters are watching like little skits play out. And so Cersei is actually another one of the servants. Her aunt Cersei, you know, she turns people into pigs. And her aunt, they're playing a flashback as a stage play, and Medea, as an adult, is in the audience. And the stage play is Medea Lily, her younger self, talking to her aunt. And her aunt is like, now remember, don't just like rest on your laurels like your father, and don't end up being like, don't be like your other aunt and just like settle for being just like some handsome dude's arm candy. And Medea Lily is like, I don't know, that doesn't sound so bad to me. And then off in the crowd, Medea as an adult is like screaming like, you fucking you little shit, listen to your aunt. Yeah, it's incredibly good character writing. There's a reason that, like, what is it? I read this visual novel however many years ago. See, I was in high school. And I lie and say that I'm 24. So that would be like, no, I mean, really, it's like, shit, it's been almost, I was in high school, like 15, 16, 17. It's been over 50, probably over 15 years. And I still think about these characters and moments in that novel. Like, it's not because, like, oh, wow. At first, I liked it because there were cool power-ups and, like, King Arthur was hot. And now when I think about it, it's less about cool moments. It's more the character moments that stick out to me. It's little bits that maybe when I was first reading it, I didn't think very much of. But, like, just little exchanges. I am forever 24 as a witch, but as a content creator, I am, let's just say, slightly older than that. Just like a tiny bit. I'm old enough that I try to forget my birthday, and I was reminded recently that it's definitely, like, next week. So, like, yeah, that's a low-key announcement. Yeah, my actual IRL birthday is next Friday. August 5th. Yeah, thank you. I'm not sure what I'll do. I took the day off work, so I might do, like, a stream or something. But yeah, I feel a little weird about it. I've never been, like, a big birthday fan. Like, I tend to not really like them. Like, after a certain point. Like, or actually, I've never really liked my birthdays. Taking handfuls of polyfill. Just, I don't know how so much polyfill can fit in this thing. All right, poke. Come on. It's like a schnick. Yeah. I mean, yeah, even like Cucathulin. Like, we could talk for a long time about Cucathulin. Like, he's like a very sick character. Yeah. Well, the thing, unfortunately, I forgot my IRL VTuber birthday too. Because my IRL VTuber birthday is like June 16th. Or like my VTuber birthday is like June 16th. Because that is the theatrical release date of Hocus Pocus in theaters. And so that was the name, the birthday I picked for VTuber birthday. But then Bette Midler did some like transphobia, and I'm just like, man. So I don't even really know what my birthday is anymore. It feels weird to like specifically say, yeah, Hocus Pocus, because I loved that movie growing up, and then Bette Midler did like a teensy bit of transphobia. Man, and I was looking forward to Hocus Pocus 2, and it was like right when the trailer dropped. And for the longest time, I was like, I'm not going to see Hocus Pocus 2. It's not going to be good. And then I saw the trailer, and like the Sanderson sisters pop up, and it's Sarah Jessica Parker and it's Bette Midler, and fuck, I'm forgetting the other sister's name. I'm just like, fuck, I want to see this. I absolutely adore that. It's like one of my favorite movies. I watched it, like, you know, when you're a kid and you can just like watch movies over and over and over. Definitely Hocus Pocus was a big one for me. It was like Iron Giant, Hocus Pocus. I used to watch The Nightmare Before Christmas a lot with my brother. Hercules is also up there. Now that I'm thinking of like other movies I watched a bunch. Let's see, Short Circuit. Nacht is actually, that's a good one. But even if I say like, May 1st is my new birthday, it's Valparaisonacht. Unfortunately, that's also passed. All right, it's almost stuffed. What else is there? Like, let's see, Short Circuit was definitely up there that I watched a lot. Johnny 5. Live action Mario. Live action Mario is such a surreal movie. I don't think it's that bad of a movie. It's just weird that it's a Mario movie. It feels like there was someone had made a very like an okay like children's live action movie, and then we're just like somewhere like partway through script writing, we're like, okay, it's a Mario movie now. Mario is popular. It's the Dino Rex of movies, because Dino Rex was not supposed to be a fighting game, and then Street Fighter 2 came out, and Taito was like, all right, y'all need to turn this into a fighting game somehow. Thank you, DG. I hope you're doing well. I am stuffing this collar. So today I am doing a little crafting stream. So I am trying to make this little neck bit. I'm working on my Cynthia cosplay. So this is my bit. So my birthday is next week. I'm turning 33, which is the same age as Cynthia von Pokemon. So I'm trying to cosplay this character to stave off the existential dread of getting older. Yeah, I'm making the neck warmer. It's fun. It's a very simple craft. I'm dreading the jacket. Like that I do have. I have the wig ordered. I have a 3D print out for the ornaments and like the headpiece and everything. The wig is it's being shipped over here, but the jacket I have to make by hand, and that's going to be rough, but it should be doable. It should be fun though. Like, I haven't been to a con in ages. I was getting there was a big convention in my town this weekend, and I was seeing some photos from it and getting some FOMO. Maybe next year. Next year I'll have some more cosplays ready. Yep, I am an August birthday. I am turning 33. So now you know how old I am. One of the only things that's keeping me together over turning 33 is knowing that that's the exact same age. That's the same age as Cynthia von Pokemon. So I'm like, okay, I can deal with being 33. But the moment I get a day over 33, it's over. One day into 34, I'm going to turn into dust. I guess, if you consider that. There's a reason I'm not showing my face. I've actually thought about how I could do that. I think I would just need to I'd probably have to learn Blender. Or either find a 3D print thing or just commission it. And just find someone that can make that case. Like, it can't be that hard, right? To just basically make the emblem and then put it somewhere. And then like put it in a tube. I'm gonna put a little bit more stuff in here. And I think we're good. Just handfuls of polyfill going into this thing. It's gonna be so fluffy. Be the fluffiest, neckest, warmest thing of all time. Okay. If you can't tell, I'm having a lot of fun. Like, this stuff is actually really satisfying to do. Yeah, I always wanted to learn how to sew. I always wanted to learn how to do all this kind of stuff, and then like it just never really worked out. There was a lot of gender anxiety and like not a lot of support. I used to get called some inventive names by one of my parents for liking this kind of stuff. But now I was really proud of myself for going out and actually making it. So there we go. Whoa! So I'm going to sew a piece of Velcro here, here, and then it will just... I will let you know. We'll see, because like, I think that's like the last thing I do. I still need to make the whole ass jacket. I have an idea for how to go about it, but it'll be work. All right. I've got a couple shirt dresses that I'll probably just take and then just like pattern them out, and then they're front button shirt dresses. So just make a pattern out of it. Don't trace the collar, and then just have it open to like only like button a couple of the buttons, and then just trace that. It's still going to be a lot of sewing and a lot of fabric and a lot of material. Let's see, is this the right length? Yeah, it's basically perfect. All right, basically perfect. It fits basically right around my neck. Yeah, I have a couple of cosplays that I don't know, I feel a little bit weird about them. I have one that I really like that is not in the best state. I've like moved a couple of times with it, and it's been pretty beaten up. But I have a cosplay of Ursula from Little Witch Academia, also the teacher character. Picking up on the previous conversation, and then I have a cosplay of one of the cards of Takaki Kaede from the Idolmaster Cinderella Girls. That one's it was very, very fun to wear. It's like, it's super fancy. Let's see if I can actually find it and bring it up. I got polyfill and fuzz in my mouth. Let's see. There. Life is pain. There. It's only getting worse. Trying to get the polyfill out of my mouth is just putting more in it. Man, between having to get an extension cord to make my sewing machine to work and like everything else, like yeah, streaming is certainly a blow up. Let's see, almost there. I know it's one of these cards. Which one is it? This one. Okay. Let me add this to OBS. Image. Yeah. I have the only other cosplay I have. I have the one Ursula from Little Witch Academia, and then I have this dress. I was a little bummed though, because at the time it was pre-COVID. I was going to the gym like 3 or 4 times a week. So I was still very muscular, and I actually ripped the seam on one of the gloves because I was too strong. Like, too muscular for the cosplay, and ended up ripping one of the seams because I had gained too much muscle in my forearms. But it was fun. Like, it's not very often that I dress like super femmy. So it was, I wore it to a fighting game tournament. It was to Michigan Masters because I always had like the Idol theme. So I did a Idolmaster cosplay for it, and it was fun. I usually don't I don't go super femmy. I don't usually wear heels and stuff, and it was fun to do because as much as I almost never wear heels, it's really because I'm already pretty tall. So I got to like walk around, and I was like 6'1" in these heels, and I felt pretty great until I got photos back, and then I got hit by like very crushing self-consciousness, and I actually haven't tried any cosplay stuff since. So even like putting all this together has been like a challenge to myself to try again and to work on my self-image. And this is TMI with your favorite deer-themed crafting VTuber. Yeah, I was really bummed. Because, like, the pictures were good. Like, the shoot was good. You know, my friend did a really excellent job on the photographs and everything. But I got them back, and I just got hit by, like, being super nitpicky and self-critical. And it just, like, really bummed me out for a while. Alright. Got my Velcro cut. Got the one last part here, so... two are going to come together like that. So we've got Velcro on this side, this side. So let's get this together. Whoa. Move you over. All right. Let's see. Can I successfully get through this without sticking myself? If I can do that, I've made big progress in my life. What if I tried to pin it, like, can I even get through, like, or is there too much material? Oh, wait, this is very important. This is, like, the most important thing I can show you all. Whoop. She fell asleep. You can't hear it, but she's over there snoring really loudly. She finished up her bully stick and fell asleep on the mattress. What a good dog. It's definitely the Hazel experience. Finishes up her big special snack and then just falls asleep in place. God, I love that for her. Oh no, the itis is hitting! What a beautiful creature. I'd show you all the boy, but unfortunately he still doesn't know how stairs work. And I'm in the basement. So Damon basically lives on our ground level and doesn't ever leave because he doesn't know how stairs work. And he's actually, I think, afraid of them. Which is really sad. Because they're like, I'd love to like be able to get him down in the basement, where especially over the summer because it's cooler down here. But nope, my son is afraid of everything. Oh, she's having a dream. She's having a little dream. She's having a little dream. She's having a dream about running. Aww, what a sweet baby. Whoop. Yeah. I used to get really freaked out by her, like, when she would dream like that, because I thought she was, like, having a seizure or something. And then, I guess for whatever reason, dogs don't have... Like, when we fall asleep as people, usually, like, with the exception of sleepwalking, our bodies are paralyzed. It's like our brainstem stops transmitting muscle signals to our body. I guess dogs don't have that. At least, like, that's, I guess, what I found out there. So it's like when they have dreams about, like, moving and running and stuff, they act them out. And it's very sweet. Like, every now and then she'll, like, she only ever barks at other dogs, and she'll bark in her sleep, and I try to pretend, like, and I imagine that she's, like, having a dream about being at the dog park or something. If you can't tell, I love my dog very much. Like, she means a lot to me. Alright, so I got these set. What's going to be the best way to do this? Let's get the extra thread out of here. Why is this suddenly, like, the hardest part of doing this? Okay. Oh, she woke herself up. Alright. Snip that. That makes that so much easier. Immediately. Okay, so now I've got... Alright. Foot on the pedal, pedal to the metal. Let's go! Let's also make sure we don't... Wait. Safety glasses on. Why does it do that? Like, of all things that putting sunglasses on to keep a needle from breaking into my eye could do, it makes my eyes roll back into my head. Why? VTube Studio, why? Why is this? All right, let's get this over with. Oh no. Oh, player 2. Oh no. Well, that's what wigs are for. Ah, damn it. Got a huge massive thread here. Which means that... Yep, the bobbin is kind of fucked again. Ah, bummer. I thought I was going to get, like, a clean run here. I thought this was the run. I thought this was going to be it. Instead, here we are. What the frick? How did this get distangled?
Nothing means nothing.
Nothing means nothing. Macho Man, Randy Savage. Yeah, I would think about doing it by hand, but part of it is me just trying to learn, like, is using this project to learn the machine. All right, let's see. I got a fiddle and finagle. What the fuck? What happened here? Okay, there we go. Okay, that kind of... Wait, got it. Pulling out heaps of extra thread that got stuck down there. Give that a snip. And... Okay, is the bobbin... Okay, the bobbin seems fine. This is like the most mysterious part of the machine to me, the bobbin. And I'm just like, look, it's basically witchcraft. I don't know what happens in this compartment down here. I'm afraid of it. I don't want to know. And let's see. So now I need to pull the bobbin back out. Got it. The bobbin out. Use a little thread cutter on the side here. Wait, no. There we go. It was supposed to look easy. Okay, that's good. Everything's rethreaded. Let's give this another go. All the polyfill might have made it a little bit more complicated too. Ba ba da bum 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 ba dum. Gosh, the soundtrack is so good. Every time, like every now and then, I'm like, the Valhalla soundtrack wasn't that good, was it? It's not. It couldn't possibly be as good as I remember it being. And then like, every time, it's actually better. Oops! Wow. Uh-oh, machine jam. Okay, what happened? Same thing. Bobbin got fucked up. Well, that's real bad right there. Technical difficulties. How did this even happen? Okay, alright, I got part of it out. What the frick? Oh, man. This is why, like, what I was talking about, I'm like, this is going to be either a very short stream, or will probably take longer than I anticipate, because it's either going to be very easy, or things are going to go wrong. Ow, ow, ow. Oh, there we go. I just poked myself a couple times, too. So, like, we're doing it, gamers. We are in it. In it to win it. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Whose bright idea was it to make the needle sharp? Alright. So what is getting caught? Give me a needle. There we go. Okay, get that. Okay, give it another shot. Every time I get a little bit closer to actually finishing the thing. So at this rate, like another 3 or 4 jams, and we'll be golden. We'll be Gucci. Gucci Baducci. All right. Oh wait, this thread needs to go under here. Okay, we're good. And we're gonna start back here. All right, here we go. Really? I got like 2 seams in there, and immediately it gets stuck. Same problem too. Yeah, what the heck? Bobbin, what did I do wrong? Why have you forsaken me? Just keep pulling out like huge clumps of thread. Like I did like 2, what, maybe 2 little, like 2 actual little threadings there. This actually probably would have been faster to do it by hand at this point, but we're here to learn, and I am learning to deal with the frustrations of sewing. And if this breaks me, I have no chance of making that coat. I must be strong. And not intimidated by how hard this is. There is always hot glue. I do have a hot glue gun upstairs. I'm probably going to hot glue some of the ornaments and stuff, but this, like, it feels, this is more of a skill thing where, like, it feels like I should be able to do this. I was able to make this thing once already. I'm surprised that I'm having so much trouble trying to make it again. Maybe... Well, here's an idea. Yeah, I think I know why there's a problem. This wasn't actually sewed on at all. So that's why it was going. So rather than sewing into the fabric, it was just sewing the Velcro into itself. And that's probably why it was getting jammed and making all these knots. So let's take a moment here and just make sure that it's pinned correctly. And that will basically, that should solve all the problems. Okay. If I can get one good pin in there, it's like Dino Rex. It's one good pin and you can win. I really just compared sewing to Dino Rex. That's where my life is at right now. I'm turning 33 next week, and I am comparing the process of sewing to a Japanese-only arcade game that came out 30 years ago. That is only barely not older than me. A Japanese arcade-only release that is older than some of the people that have entered that tournament. Dino Rex. Secretly an actually pretty solid game. Alright. Alright, deep breath. This is gonna work. It did not. I rethreaded everything too. How? Like, I don't understand how. It only went up and down once. How did it end up getting like, this huge bundle of fiber? How did this happen? I don't understand. How does this happen? It like just straight up doesn't make sense. It feels like it's violating like conservation of mass or something. I don't know what's causing it to catch like that either. Yeah, like it went up and down once or twice, and then it has like, I mean, look how much thread I've wasted, and just like getting things to jam like from these jams. I think I know what the real problem is. Happened again, but I think I understand now. What's happening is, so it wants to keep pushing the fabric through, right? It can't do that when it's caught on all the fur. So all the fur is catching in the teeth here. It's not moving, and it keeps stitching in place, and that's causing things to get kind of funky. But because of the polyfill, it's getting caught too. Because like because it's so fluffy, it's getting caught on the hinge there. What I'm gonna do is actually take this. I'm gonna put the little like removable thing down, and that should help with at least it getting caught. Flatten everything out. Stuck again. Same deal? Same deal. Like, look at this huge mass of thread. Like, how? How does this keep happening to me? What god of fabric have I offended? Like, and a lot of it isn't even sewed into anything. It's just a big mass of thread that's not really doing anything. It's just kind of there. At least it's sort of stitching, and I can keep trying. All right. I got through a little bit of it without it getting stuck or caught. Ah! Fabric, like, things are going fine outside of, like, when they're not. Thanks for stopping by, Yeti. I hope you're doing well. Ah! Ow. That was a pin. Just clamp my hand down on a pin. That hurt. Fabricus, how could you do this to me? I thought I offered you tribute. See if I can maybe work this loose now. It's definitely like super jammed. It was going so well. You were the chosen one. Okay, finally free. Wild and young and forever free. Yeah, things are going in a direction, is how I would describe it right now. Once again, just like a huge... And like the bobbin is threaded correctly. I've rethreaded everything. Alright, I'm gonna rethread from scratch and see if that makes anything better. This is ridiculous. Like, it's taken me so long to just get like a couple of stitches down. Okay. Ah, thank you, ISV. How is it going? I hope your Sonic stream went well. And I am sorry that I wasn't able to make it. I wanted to take a shot while I had a free evening to try to do a crafting stream just to open up my repertoire of things I can do. And I think this is actually, like, all things considered, horrible nightmare of my machine constantly breaking, going pretty well. Ah, the bobbin. I guess there really is always more Sonic. Ah. Oh, bobbins. Please? Please? Okay, okay. Bobbin is threaded. Bobbin life is horrific. I am struggling. I am molding. Is that what the Zoomers say? Molding? Alright, it's back in. Alright, we are rethreading all the way from the top. Yep. Yeah, can you believe it? Like some people have skin over their hands. I actually, while you guys were here, before y'all got here, I did some immersion, and I actually had my fingerless gloves on. I'm about to morb. I'm extremely... I'm feeling the morbining. I am hungry, and you wouldn't like me when I'm hungry. I'm gonna morb all over this cosplay. Yeah, I had the gloves, and then I remembered that it is almost August, and it is very hot. I actually have, like, my whole VTuber outfit. Maybe that will come into play when it's not, like, 90 degrees out. Come on. Come on. Quit being a weird little guy. Yeah, being very careful. At least, like, my gloves are fingerless. So I don't think there's that much of a concern for it. I just have the only fear I have is being too cool. Or someone trying to mess around with the deer in shades. Oh, come on. Bobbin life? Oh, God, I am deep in the bobbin strife at the moment. That is impressive, though. Like, I would definitely be concerned about sewing my hand into a thing. And all I have to worry about is, like, fingerless gloves. Although I was thinking, like, what if I use these as pin cushions and, like, wore them and, like, put my pins in them while I was, like, setting stuff up? And I realized that's a horrible idea. I'm definitely going to poke myself. And then I did it anyway. So I went to go grab a thing that I had, you know, stuck pins through, reached out, grabbed it. Pins! Because I am very coordinated and good at remembering where I put pins. Alright, finally we are rethreaded. Boop! Cut some thread. Cut some thread, or I will be dead. But, like, the thing itself has actually come together pretty well. So I'm just sewing the Velcro, so I have a Velcro patch on one side, and I'm just sewing the Velcro patch on the other side. And then I will basically be done. So I've been working on this the like neck warmer slash muffler slash like whatever the fuck you call that for this cosplay. And once I get this done, the only thing I have left to do is making the jacket, which is going to be a feat in of itself. But once I get that done, I just need to learn how to style a wig. And then once I get that done, I just need to figure everything else. Like getting all the hair, the printed pieces together and attached to the wig. But then I'm done. So it's just like, even though like, so my one cosplayer friend who's been helping me work through all this and get all the planning done has been like, yeah, it's pretty simple actually. And I'm like, yeah, it's simple for you. For me, this looks like this is like a Sisyphean task. I have no idea how I'm going to do this. But I know that it will get done. And along the way, I will be able to do some cool stuff. Hazel. Hazel. And I get to hang out with some cool friends and talk about whatever while doing it. And I also get to hang out with my dog, who is right, whoa, there. She's got a bully stick, and she is having a grand old time. Few things in this world that dog loves more than bully sticks. Hazel cannot sew, unfortunately. It's one of the few things she cannot do. If she could, my life would be much easier. I would just pay her. I'd pay her in pets and bully sticks and be like, Hazel, go make me the jacket. Yeah, I think that I think getting the bodice and everything. I was saying earlier, I have some shirt dresses that I'm probably gonna trace and make a pattern out of. So like that won't be too. That part I'm not too worried about. It's basically it's getting the sleeves on that I'm more worried about. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So these are my safety goggles. These are my $2 red sunglasses that I've been wearing. And if you came here on the raid, one, thank you. And two, I am sorry for what this makes my model do. I don't, why? I don't love this. I really don't love this. I promise I'm not like this. I promise. Oh, after all that, it finally went all the way through. Let's give it a back switch. Rotate. Here we go. My God, I spent like 30 minutes with my machine jamming and things not working, and then I'm just like, all right, well, let's just rethread the thing all over again from scratch. And that's actually like pretty secure. We'll keep my neck warm. I mean, it's less about the deep trance, and it's more that's basically the Ahegao phase. I was like, why? Of all things that would happen when I put glasses on while tracking, that's what happens. I don't understand. Maybe for future streams, I'll get like safety goggles that I can pin onto my model. Although having hair in my face makes that always a little bit difficult, because like the glasses always get pinned to the hair, and then they move with my bangs, and it's weird. Little things I had no way of predicting. It's like when designing this character. Alright, let's go. Let's do the last thing. If I can get this stitch in one go, we're done. I actually could, couldn't I? So what I would do, I would probably just put glasses on the model and add them to my Photoshop and then like into my PSD. And then I could just have that as a toggle and glasses on, glasses off. Huh. That'd be a lot of work, but that's smart. As expected from one of the most brilliant artists that I know. I think I got an unfortunate clog. Yeah, it's stuck. Bobbin strife. Yeah, Bobbin got kind of fucked up down here. How did this, once again, how did this even happen? Wait, your glasses are a toggle? Oh my god, there's like, is that boneless, is no glasses boneless Tom? Catching Tom without his glasses. This Tom's boneless. This is the boneless skeleton. He's got no glasses on. Yeah, I've actually been going back and forth and thinking about doing like a 3.0 rigging of my model. After I did Mel's model, I think I developed a lot more confidence and I think a clearer idea of like how I like to do a lot of things. But then it's also like, all right, well, if I had to put the time into that, at what point do I just say, frick it, and just commission art for a new model? Instead of just like re-rigging the same one over and over again? And put that time into something totally new? So I mean, I would very much like to have a 2.0 model. Like I mean, I think I've showed like everyone the design that I really like. It's just like, it's tricky to find the time. The time and the money and everything to go and search for an artist and find things and all that. I think I finally figured out what's wrong. Alright, I finally found out what's wrong with the bobbin. And why this keeps happening. Alright, let's just pull this out. Yeah, I know you feel my pain deeply, the 2.0 blues. Like, there's so much I can do, but like, do I want to just like commission art? Who do I commission? It's surprisingly difficult, like, to find an artist and then trying to go through everything, and then, yeah, it's just so many moving parts. And it's like, oh, and if I do a 2.0 model, do I want to do 2.0 stream assets? Do I want to what if I just like disappeared completely and just like one day like, oh yeah, somebody else came back? Although like the real 2.0 struggle for me is, do I want to just become an Umamusume? Because I could do that. I have that power. I could just tell the artist, all right, so like take this deer, but like make the deer a horse, and it's done. Coming through like Summer Gold Ship, which is like somehow, how did the Gold Ship become like the hardest, the coolest design in Umamusume? I mean, well, let's do it together. Let's become horses together. We can be rivals, and that will be the storyline. We're rival horse girls who are also idols, who are also wrestlers. All right, I got everything rethreaded. Let's go. Oh, that's right, it does. I could put Fumo Riki on my head. I'm gonna work on that. I don't want to mess with that now, but like right now I'm focused on getting this sewn on, but in the future, what if Fumo Riki was a hat? Yeah, I'm always blown away by the stuff that people have been putting into, even like the relatively short time that I've been doing this, like just the amount of stuff that's been added to YouTube Studio is ridiculous. And what people have been able to do with it and play with and add, it's just incredible. It's a really, I think inspiring is the term, to just see how creative people have been with the same tools. I am always blown away whenever I look through even like just like the Steam library and stuff, where I see people like posting with the VTube Studio hashtags. There's this really cool skeleton that's been working on a app to integrate a heart rate monitor into VTube Studio and then allow you to like tint your model or cause emotes to trigger and everything based on your heart rate, which is super fucking cool. I mean, like, what the hell? Like, that's awesome, awesome, awesome stuff. I'm really looking forward to it. And also, you should like hang out with that skeleton, check out his streams. He makes pizzas sometimes on the weekends. I think his name was like Skeletim or something. I think that was it, Skeletim. I'd have to look it up. But anyway. Let's see. How is this gonna work? Bone Bob. Boner Bob. Femur Fred No Bones Tony. Boneless Tony. Is that the what if oh, that's kind of cursed, but also really fun. Like, that could be good. Tom without his glasses becomes like boneless Tony. Look at all this extra thread from all those like knots and it getting stuck and jammed. Look how much thread I lost over the course of this stream. Sewing faux fur is a nightmare. That shit don't happen with cotton as often, but I got the pieces. Let's see if they actually fit together. Oh yeah. Let's get the sewing machine out of the way. Knock that over. Yeah, I'm not brave. I am unfortunate. There's a difference between being brave and not knowing better. I would say that sewing faux fur was I did not know better. But it's done. So we made this over the course of the stream. So I cut it beforehand, but this is the, I guess, like the neck warmer or muffler for my in progress Cynthia Von Pokemon cosplay. So the initial plan was to make it very wide and just like slip it over my head, and I decided to alter that a little bit and just Velcro it. So there we go. Look at it. Look how good it is. Look how good I am. Look at the thing I did. Praise me. Wait, no, not that one. That one. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let's yeah. I think I did a pretty bang up job here. So now I just need to make the jacket, which I've been told by multiple people who I trust and are super talented and awesome, that it probably won't be as difficult as I think it is. But in the meantime, like, I'm really happy with this. So let's make sure it fits, actually. Okay, Velcro is holding. That's good. That's what we want to see. I might want to do some hand stitching to reinforce it, but... Oh yeah, it's basically perfect. Well, I mean, it's like measured to my neck. But like, it's snug, it's fluffy. I'm not going to show you all, because that would be breaking the taboo of showing my face. Not that I care that much, but also I have an appointment tomorrow for hair removal, which means that I have to grow my facial hair for those appointments, and it is nightmarish. And I really don't like being outside the house or observed. So this is like, you can see my hands. That's about it. I am serving hand today, and that's about all you're gonna get. Maybe one day, though, I will work up the courage to actually show my mug. But yeah, that's the inaugural hand stream. We got Hazel still chomping on her bully stick in the corner. Everything else is put together. I'm really like happy with how all this turned out. Turns out you can use your phone as a camera, and it's like really nice actually. So I just like downloaded an app, and I've just been using my like phone the whole time. I just like put it on tripod, and it seems like it's like decent. I know VTuber hands. Whoa. All right, some of you missed this before, so like I'm gonna do this again. Okay. This is the real content that you all crave and come here for. Dino Rex Shadow Puppet VTubing. Look, mercifully, nobody else out there is doing it like me. Ah. I mean, what else could you possibly want from me? It's perfect. That's everything anyone could ever want. Look. I even did like the little eye. Look, it's perfect. Got the low tier Tyrannosaurus that's purple for some reason. Got the high tier Allosaurus. And now now they have full meter. And now the true neutral can begin. Dino Rex neutral. Yep. Just imagine there's like two weird little guys running around down there. And then eventually someone gets hit by the low bite, and then you get the pin, and you're like, and that's like half of your opponent's health. Because Dino Rex is a good game. If you can't tell, I've thought a lot about Dino Rex this weekend. I was so sad. I was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna sit down. I'm gonna work on this. I had a 1-year anniversary script that I wrote, and I started recording for, and then. Now it's August. It's been like 4 months, and like I got sidetracked on other projects, and then I had like some commissions, and then I took a promotion at work, so I've been like super busy. But it will eventually happen. And I thought this was going to be the weekend, and then Dino Rex happened, and I got sucked into the Dino vortex. I'm probably going to add Dino Rex sound redeems. I'm gonna add the Packy redeem, the like super high pitched one that somebody modded the game to specifically remove. Yeah, I would love to have to listen to that whenever someone redeems it. God, it's kind of funny. It's like dinosaurs rule. Like, I'm surprised there aren't more fighting games that feature dinosaurs. Honestly, it's like there's Dino Rex, Jurassic Park Warpath, and I don't know what else. Like, nothing else fits that bill. So, which is surprising. I guess like the Scan Command Jurassic Park. Yeah, like everyone loves dinosaurs. And like you have all these bits. Oh yeah, I guess there's Riptor and Primal Fury does have them. Yeah, Primal Fury, and if you count Riptor, Ki. So the bit is, you know, I know Idolism Jay wrote an article about this of like, what the hell is happening? Why is this technically how is this going on? Why is Dino Rex, you know, raising all this money? And the answer is because dinosaurs are cool. Like that's the fundamental reason here. Dinosaurs are really cool, and then people found out that there is a kind of goofy kusoge that's secretly actually not that kusoge, that is all full of dinosaurs that are screaming all the time. And then you get the bonus stages where you get to eat cops as a dinosaur, and then you're thinking like, oh my god, why are people interested in this? Look, if you told me there was a video game where you play as a dinosaur and you get to like eat landlords and chase cops, that's game of the year. Oh, Fighting Jam does have one. Doesn't Capcom Fighting Jam also have the car from Daytona? Or am I thinking of something else? No, I'm thinking of Fighting Vipers. Fighting Vipers has the Daytona car. Why do I know that? Why do I know? It's like, oh yeah, you know, if you pick Fighting Vipers, you know, you can yeah, you can actually you can play as a car in a fighting game. How cool is that? Like, my desk is covered in faux fur. Fighting Vipers has Pepsi. Oh gosh, Fighting Vipers has Pepsi Man. What isn't in that game? God. I guess Lizzie is basically a dinosaur. I used to play a bunch of Rampage with people, like back in like middle school. I want to say like grade school, middle school. Honestly, they don't know what to do with it. Like they get very like both Damon and Hazel when they encounter it, they sniff it and then they just leave it alone because they're like, nah, this seems like a mess. Now, speaking of Hazel, whoop! Look at her munch. She's just been hanging out with her bully stick the whole time. Being so good, just off there in the corner. Then she I gave her the bully stick to bribe her to be down here. She fell asleep with it for a while there, and we watched her have a little dream. Yeah, this is her. It's a bully stick, but it's basically a cigar. Hazel. Hazel. Oh, good girl. Good girl, Hazel. Hazel, can you say hello? Did I bother you? Did I take you away from your delicious treat? Yeah. Oh, what a good dog. Yeah, she's having a great time. They've been eating like so many. So I discovered the greatest treat for them is actually watermelon. Like that was a recent discovery where I was like, I just like bought a watermelon on impulse, and then they were both lined up as I was cutting it. I'm like, what is going on? I've never had you. I don't think either of you have ever had this before, and it's the highest reward treat that I have ever seen. So we've been teaching. I mean, watermelon is mostly just water, so they just nom it all the time. It's like water and sugar. So like in moderation, it's fine. The sugar is not great, but like, especially after like a walk in the hot sun and everything, they'll just like chomp watermelon until you just take it away. Like it's just like bottomless hunger for it. But we've been teaching the big boy, Damon, that like how to do, we've been trying to train him because he has less than great manners. We've been trying to teach him to go into a down position when he wants treats. It's like as soon as you take the melon out, he'll just like rock to the floor. And he's like, give me that shit. Like, put it in my mouth. I want that melon. It's like, he'll just, and if you don't give it to him right away, like if you're eating the melon, he'll just like keep looking at you and standing up and planting back down. Like, look at me, reward me, give me the melon. I'm doing the thing. He's actually a very smart boy. He's like, we've been taking him to doggy obedience school, and he's been very good at like learning basically everything. He might actually have a therapy dog in his future, if we decide to go that. I mean what made us look for second dog? Well, two things. There are two factors. I like Hazel a lot. If you can't tell, the fact that she's like in my stream assets and everything. Hazel's getting old. Like that's a big factor there. She's turning 9 in October. So she's getting old, and Greyhound racing is being phased out. There's only, as far as I know, one track left in operation in the US. So there aren't as many dogs anymore. So the thought that we had was, all right, well, like if we want to get a second dog, or like because Hazel also just like loves dogs. She loves when we go to the dog park. Like now that we moved, we're in a bigger place. If we wanted to actually follow through and get a second dog, you know, there might not be as many dogs in a year or two. So and then we went around, found dogs that were available, applied, and we ended up with Damon, who is a gigantic goof that does not understand how stairs work, and it's very funny. But he's a good boy. He's a good boy, and it's a little bit overwhelming having two dogs, especially with such a big age and energy gap. Like Hazel's 9, Damon's not even 3 yet, so he's got like puppy energy, and he's also almost 90 pounds. So he is a gigantic puppy that does not know his strength. And I'm hoping he never learns, because once he figures it out, like I will not be able to get him to do things that he doesn't want to do. He's a big boy. He might be like, he's a little north of 80. So as he continues to gain weight, because like when they're racing, they're kept at a lower level, like, or a lower weight when they're racing. So like Hazel was like 50 pounds, and then her actual like healthy weight is more closer to 60. So he was 80 when we got him right off the track. I'm expecting that he's gonna go like, he's probably gonna go to like 85, 90. Like he's a big dog, and he probably still has growing to do. Good God. Yeah, he's a huge goof. Absolutely gigantic goofball. And he's like, they're very different dogs, but it's a lot of fun. And they've been good together. Hazel was actually a very good racer. So like one of the bits is that basically when you adopt greyhounds, you can search their race name. And if you search their, and you can like watch and you can see their records and everything. Hazel actually raced for a very long time. I think she raced for like 60 or 70 races, something like that. Which means like she had a relatively long career. She had a lot of like she was on the podium a lot. And then Damon retired after like 20 races. He was not very good at this. Like absolutely like, let's just say like did not have the blood of champions. I think one of the rescue that we went through actually has one dog up now that only raced like 5 times. Like, can you imagine, like, you raise the dog, they go through, you put him on the track 5 times, and it's like, all right, this is going nowhere. This dog cannot run. It's like, just send them to somewhere where they can just, like, sleep for 18 hours a day, like greyhounds do. But yeah, he was actually a very good racer. Damon, not so much. When I used to live in Florida, actually, there was actually this is actually pretty cool. I forgot that I'm wearing the muffler right now. Like I tried it on and like it's comfortable enough that I forgot it. That's probably a good sign. So back when I lived in Florida, we didn't have a dog park so much as there was a fenced off acre that people could take their dogs to. So I would take Hazel there, and it was old farmland that was, well, technically plantation land because Florida. So it's just a big fenced off spot, and I would take Hazel, I'd let her off her leash, and she would just bolt around the entire perimeter of it. And it was magnificent. It was like seeing this dog that it's in racing shape is like is just off the track in shape, is absolutely shredded. There's like no body fat on this dog, and she is entirely muscle, and she is zipping around the perimeter of this acre at 40 miles an hour. It's just like, it was always like just really cool to see her run around. Damon, not so much. And she doesn't even need coaxing. She was just like so tuned into it that was like, oh wait, you let her off leash and she's in an area. She's like, oh wait, I run. And then she would just go. Ah, those were the days. She doesn't have that much energy anymore, which is, hard to let go of. Yeah, having the young dog has also really brought that up for both myself and my partner, that it's like, you don't realize how much less energy she has than when she was young until you see her next to the young dog. I mean, your dog is also like a force of nature that could bend heaven and earth if she should so choose. I for one, I respect and fear Coco. I call Hazel a butthead sometimes. I would never say that to Coco. Like, I have a picture of Coco on my refrigerator. I don't have a picture of Hazel on my refrigerator. Maybe I should fix that. Yeah, every now and then we'll have company come over and they're like, so what's with the picture of the tortoise on your fridge? And I'm like, let me tell you. Let me tell you about the creature. The most beautiful creature ever to touch this earth. The legend of Coco Jumbo. This actually stayed on too, damn. The creature! Coco Jumbo! Let's see, how... Alright, so one of the things at Velcro is like a little bit shorter than the other. But like, by and large, it's like... Maybe with like a little bit of... Well, I mean, of course, like, we don't have a tortoise, and they know we don't have a tortoise, and it's like, you have a picture of a tortoise on your fridge, and be like, okay, what's the deal here? What's the lore? What is the lore? Tell me the lore of Coco Jumbo. The most beautiful creature on the planet. Hazel just shot me the meanest look. She was chomping, stops, and just turns around and looks at me when I said that. What do you actually do? Sorry, I'm just dragging my stream out at this point. So I know that like Ert has to like bury Dodongo. What do you do with Coco? Do you just like put her in a box in the fridge, or like how do you deal with hibernation? Like I feel like that must be, especially if you have a bigger tortoise, that has to be kind of a nightmare when you're like you have to figure out what to do with them. I guess you buy, like, what do you do with a bigger tortoise? Do you buy like yeah, it makes sense. I think like a bigger one. Like, do you buy like a bigger like standalone freezer and just try to put them in there? The world of terrapins is strange and frightening to me. Like I used to have lizards, and it was like always like I used to love my little anoles, but man, those tortoises, that's a whole different creature. She broke out of the fridge? Oh yeah, I remember that. She like pushed open the door, right? She broke out of the mini fridge. Ah, what a creature. I can't believe that she would do crimes. Coco would never do crimes. I guess speaking of pet crimes, so there was a whole arc here where we were worried for a while that Damon was eating all of Hazel's food. Because, like, he was very good when he's observed. If you're watching him, Damon is, like, he at least won't do something, like, too egregious. And he'll try to do it, like, mind his manners as well as he can. But then we would, like, go to work or have to, like, go upstairs for something or downstairs. And then we'd come back and, you know, Hazel's food is gone. We're like, oh, shit, like, Damon's eating all of her food. Is Hazel losing weight? Like, you know, yada, yada, and getting all anxious about it. What we didn't realize was that when Damon would go and eat her food, she would just like get up and go like eat all of his in retaliation. Like if he eats like whatever was in her bowl, she would just go and finish all of his. It's like, wow, what a girl boss. Damon goes by and takes her food. It's like, okay, fine. This bowl's closer anyway, and she'll take his. I love having dogs. I don't think I can imagine my life without them. It's actually, like, weird how much they don't resource guard. The adoption agency was like, you need to be so mindful of resource guarding when you have two dogs. Like, they might fight over stuff. They might get possessive. They share beds. They share food. They share toys. Like, there's just never been an issue at all. Like, they've never guarded around each other. It's actually, like, weird how much they share stuff. Like, even, like, Hazel's favorite beds that she always lays on, if Damon plops on it, she'll just, like, go find somewhere else to sleep. And then if he's off of it, if she gets on it, everything's good. Oh no, Coco's food privileges were revoked. Can't believe this is happening. I can't believe you would do this to Coco Jumbo. Let's see, whom can I send you all off to? I need to go probably take the dogs out another time and then also hang out and with my partner and all that. You got grapes? She pissed on the grapes. That's excellent. Oh, well, I mean, it's not. It's very funny to me. Coco, we have grapes for you. We have an offering of grapes. Just pisses on. What do I look like, a Roman emperor? Coco is an agent for the proletariat. She doesn't want your bourgeois grapes. Right, Hazel? To Coco. Ah. Yeah, one day just like Coco will finally will lead the revolution as she's been planning. All right, let's see. I think I will finish my water for one with my fancy University of Florida pink tumbler that I'm always drinking out of. Actually, that's a good point. She is immune to backstabs. You couldn't get a tortoise in the same way. Yeah, look, you know what happened to Caesar? Nah. Coco's built different. Brutus has got nothing on a tortoise. There's no way he could possibly overthrow her. Coup against the tortoise empress has failed on account of shells. All right. Well, this has been a lot of fun. I'm going to put my gloves back on for the sake of immersion, and then take them back off because they are very warm. And maybe there will be a Ricky cosplay stream at some point in the future, if and when it gets finally cold enough to wear like 4 layers again. Look, I wasn't thinking about summer weather when I designed this outfit. All right, so let me grab my keyboard and shift some stuff around here. I had to like rearrange my whole desk. Whoa. Whoa. Now I can type again. And whoa. Got my giant mouse pad, my giant VHS, my Polaroid VHS. Yeah, it's a very unfortunate time for goths, which is a bummer because like I'd love to go and like goth it up a little bit harder, but like it is hard when it is 90 degrees. See, can I show off my one cool feature? Yeah, my keyboard is gay. Look how gay my keyboard is. I never had this on. It's like I actually think like RGB lights are kind of obnoxious, and like always like activate the oh no gamers part of my brain. But Let's see, where is? I thought I had it saved. Oh well. Like we're gaming now. This is truly gaming. Like I look forward to seeing how gay your keyboard is. I thought about getting like rainbow caps or something like that, but then when I went for custom keycaps, I just got these because I really like the star theme. And I am a very basic. Look at it. It's so cute. Ooh. Let's see if I can do this. Yeah, it's got the like astrology star theme with like the planets and everything. It's got a little telescope. Yeah, I thought these were very cute. And then I only going through Etsy, I found the deer cap, like a deer themed set of caps, like right after I ordered these, and I was like, ah, shit, I don't need 2 keyboards, but ah, well. If ever so I decide that I want to switch keycaps out, I know that there's like a deer set that I can order. Let's see, and who is streaming? So I can go take the dogs out and then maybe have an adult beverage. Yeah, are you thinking about the what's the one, like it's the Dark Magical Girl keycaps? I almost ordered those. Like the purple Dark Magical Girl ones. I was like this close. Then I was like, wow, those are very expensive for what they are. Yeah. They're very cool, but oh, yeah. Oh, Shia. Unfortunately, I did not avoid the rain. I tried to take my dog out earlier and boop. I got bodied. He didn't want to go out, and I had to like coax him out with treats. I'm like, come on, you need to go out, you need to go pee. And then I got rained on, and he just looked at me like, I tried to tell you. Let me see if I can find him actually. I only know that these exist because someone linked me them once because a VTuber was using them. And they actually are indeed rad as hell. Yeah, I mean, if they're cheaper, they probably would be limited stock. Let's see if I can find Google Dark Magical Girl keycaps. There's like a Magical Girl set, and there's like a Dark Magical Girl set. Yeah, here, let me save the preview image, and then a WebP file. Fuck that. Who the fuck let that happen? Can I even put? Oh, I can put WebPs on OBS. Okay, yeah. Like, look at this. Is kind of sick, actually. I love the rose there. That's such a nice touch. Now, this is the keycaps that I almost ordered, and I was like this close. I'm trying to remember who it was. Someone had like linked it, and I was like, oh dang, yeah. Like it was because like some VTuber had used them, and let's see, that's what that image is for. Okay, I need to keep that in the layout. Yeah, WebP is just like, it seems like it came around one day and it's been like a thorn in my ass since then. Like, it's pretty often, depending on what program I'm using, like, especially for editing videos, I end up having to do I have to like take the image and like put it in like PaintNet and then resave it as a PNG. I'm like, why am I like, why are we here? Why are we here? Just to suffer? Yeah, the staff on the caps lock is really like, and then there's a like a light magical girl set that's in a similar theme, but it's like pastel colors. So which is like makes it pastel goth, and like pastel goth is like low key a really, really good aesthetic. I definitely have a very soft like a soft spot for pastel goth. It's like goes like number one for me in terms of like goth substyles is like Strega or like Dark Mori, and then like pastel goth and Amori girl are like underneath there. Okay, let's see. How much are these? Okay, these are actually nice. They have the glitter too. Ah. All right, I'm putting these away. I don't need new kit. I don't need new keycaps. I have these keycaps. I don't need new ones. I won't be tempted. But it's my birthday next week. And I deserve a treat. I'll have to think about it. All right. I see Tom just actually went live. So I am going to go raid Skeletom. And I will send you all over there. Tom is playing Sonic Heroes too? Yes. Sonic Heroes. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. All right. Sending you all over there. I hope you all have wonderful evenings. Let's see. Let's see, next week, I have electrolysis Monday. I have dog training Tuesday. It's probably going to be a similar week to this one. So electrolysis Monday, dog training Tuesday. So probably Wednesday will probably be movie night in Discord, which will probably, unless someone else wants to show something, will be more Columbo, which is always a fun time. Columbo, probably Guilty Deer on Thursday again, because I've got the bug. And I am taking Friday off because it's my IRL birthday. So there might be a secret like day stream on Friday. Super secret. So secret that I just announced it aloud on public on twitch.tv. And then like Saturday, Sunday, whatever. I know Dungeon Munchies actually just came out of beta, and I loved Dungeon Munchies quite a bit when I was playing an early access version. So I might actually go through and play that. Or Wolfenstein 2, I bought on sale. Devil May Cry 5 picked up on sale. Also, Multiverse is actually very fun, surprisingly. I think I was caught off guard by how good it actually is. So maybe a multiverse stream, because that seems to be the zeitgeist at the moment too. Or fucking Dino Rex, if I can find people to play Dino Rex with, because that is the sickest game. Yeah, I've been playing the Deer Dog. Like big surprise, I play Rain Dog. Like maybe the most on-brand character there has ever been for me. Wonderful 101 will happen eventually. I think I want to work through I want to play DMC 5, if only because I feel like I need to earn it for how many times I've gone to the gym and listened to Bury the Light. I am the storm that is approaching. I haven't unlocked Iron Giant yet. I need like 100 more gold, and then I'll probably start playing Iron Giant, and then I'll get the Vin Diesel voice mod, and I'll just like go through my streams going, Superman, you stay, I go. No following. All right. Well. I'm pumped. I am pretty unspoiled on DMC5, except for what I needed to do to make that one birdie wing video. So I don't know that much about the weapons or the characters or anything. I've just managed to live under a rock very effectively. So I'm gonna be actually I'm pumped to play through that and be able to actually like hear Bury the Light in context and be like, damn, that's even cooler when Virgil's on the screen. All right, I'm sending you all over to Tom. I hope you all have a wonderful evening, and take care of yourselves and each other and all that. And I will probably see you on Thursday at the earliest, because I am way too busy lately. But thanks for hanging out and indulging me while I made this very comfy collar. I'm actually like really proud of this. I made this. Like I made this. Like I cut the fabric and I sewed this together, and I got to hang out with some cool people and talk about well, and shoot the shit about whatever. This is really cool. So thank you for that. That's very special to me. So on that note, get out of here. I am the storm that is approaching, provoking dark clouds in isolation. I love you too, Julie.